We're the Wild Center, this is Lunchtime Live. We're talking about nature and exciting wildlife. Encounters with otters and owls too, from Tupper Lake right to you. Learn about the plants and trees, there's so much to explore and see. Lunchtime Live, it's time to start the show. From the Wild Center, here we go.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Lunchtime Live. My name is Nick, your regular Monday host of Lunchtime Live. Today, coming to you live from Keysville, New York, the home of Ausable Chasm, as we continue our series looking at the fun things to do in our backyard. Before we go take a closer look at Ausable Chasm, let's head back to the Wild Center, take a look at what's happening there this week. Welcome back to the studio. Let's take a look at what's happening at the Wild Center this week. As a reminder, the Wild Center's outdoor-only experience is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays only. In addition to things like Wild Walk, the Pines Play Area, and forest music, guests of the Wild Center can see live animals all day in our animal viewing area near our outdoor classroom. That includes everything from Stickley, the porcupine, to Cora the common raven, and a number of other animals. We are also doing creature features, which are your opportunity to get up close and personal with one of the animal ambassadors they call the Wild Center home and chat with a Wild Center naturalist. Those are happening at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Also happening this week, a very special virtual event being held on Thursday, November 12th. Joan Collins, president of Adirondack Avian Expeditions and Workshops, is leading a virtual event to discuss winter bird visitors of northern New York. Each year, avian visitors from far north move south to spend winter in our northern New York region. Some of the species like Bohemian waxwing and snow bunting can be found every winter, while other species irregularly erupt, while some species visit on a fairly regular schedule, such as the common redpoll, which arrive every other winter. We'll be discussing why birds move to our region and where you can find them. And the presentation does feature different species that visit, and we will be describing those using photographs, audio, and video. All right, moving on, we have updates from the Wild Center's Youth Climate Program and their virtual event, Youth Have Power. Let's take a look at what's coming soon. This Wednesday, November 11th at 5 p.m. are office hours. If you have a question about climate change or need some ideas for a socially distant climate action project, or even just troubleshooting a roadblock, stop in and say hi. That's happening again this Wednesday, November 11th at 5 p.m. And after that, at 7 p.m. Eastern Time is Unwind Climate Time. So in order to take care of the planet, you first need to take care of yourself. Connect with other youth climate leaders from across the country over a fun, low-stress activity. Then, next week, Tuesday, November 17th, we're proud to announce the next event in the Youth Have Power speaker series, this focusing on justice, equality, and the climate crisis. So at this event, explore the connections between climate change, racism, and equity from three experienced climate justice leaders. They're Taylor Morton, Kevin Patel, and Sydney Asher. Get your facts straight on what some of the common buzzwords mean and hear examples of disproportionate impacts of climate change from rural areas in upstate New York to communities struggling with air quality in Los Angeles. Most importantly, learn how you can advocate for climate solutions that work for everyone. So as a reminder, each month, the Youth Have Power speaker series will be teaching you about climate change from dynamic and exciting speakers. And we are excited to announce that next edition next Tuesday, November 17th. All right, let's head back out to Ausable Chasm. All right, welcome back to Ausable Chasm. Let me turn my camera around and I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this area.
Ausable Chasm is a sandstone gorge that the Ausable River runs through and eventually empties into Lake Champlain. This gorge is about 2 miles long. Geologically, the gorge was carved out of 500-year-old Potsdam sandstone from the Cambrian period. Since the end of the Pleistocene Ice Age 10,000 years ago, the movement and melting of glaciers are what create these series of caves and tunnels. All right, so like we said before, not only is this one of the most beautiful places in the Adirondacks to visit, but it also has some really neat rock formations and geological features like Elephant's Head, which I'm standing on right now. Another cool feature of Ausable Chasm is split rock tension joints like you're seeing behind me. The tension joint that you're seeing is a smaller fault that crosses the larger Devil's Oven fault line. Lateral thrusting weakens the rock and water erosion helps break it away, forming the gorge over thousands of years. All right, thanks again for tuning in to this edition of Lunchtime Live, coming to you from Keysville, the home of the Ausable Chasm. As a reminder, Lunchtime Live airs every single day at 12 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on our Facebook page, as well as wildcenter.org/lunchtime live. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day.